Bulletcast for life.
Doggy Charles. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. The microphone messiah. Yeah. It's the microphone messiah. And Mr. No Days Off. Microphone messiah. Mr. No Days Off. Phil, Brandon, what's good, y'all? Let's go. Bulletcast host. Look, this is the time for us to be great on podcasts. Let you know this is the time and how the vibe lasts. This is the feeling of time.
Yo, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is I, the microphone beside Phillip Antoine, joined by the Canadian destroyer BT Brandon Tanguma. We are here to recap another week in the world of pro wrestling, sports entertainment, or sports entertainment died, when John Cena retired. That's what I'm being told.
It's a damn shame. Pro wrestling will live forever, but sports entertainment died on Saturday.
John Cena on the Cody Rhodes podcast. He was on that entertainment vehicle. I haven't listened to it yet, but I saw some clips, and Cena, I guess he explained the biggest one. The smile tap out was he took his last breath. It was the most peaceful way to go out, so to speak. So it was something like that. You're gonna have to listen to the whole thing to find that out. But John Cena, first public appearance since he left the armbands and the sneaks in the ring.
Yeah, I mean, Cena said, I think with the Tom Rinaldi interview, that he's signed a 5-year deal with WWE, so he's not going anywhere. But he's not going to be a wrestler, so we might see him do some of these podcasts or charity works or whatever.
Brand ambassador, all those
whatever
things.
Yeah, whatever a brand ambassador entails. So basically, I think whatever Titus O'Neil will be doing these days is what John Cena is going to be doing. But
millions of dollars. As one icon stays with the company, one is leaving. Mick Foley has decided to part ways with WWE. His contract ends in June. Given the WWE's affiliation with the Donald number 45, 47. And the Donald's most recent remarks about the what was it, Rob
Reiner and his
Rob
wife.
Reiner, yes, the filmmaker who unfortunately was murdered, him and his wife, and then Trump just said some just outlandish things. I was like, that's crazy. But yeah, Mick Foley put out a statement. He's decided to step away from the company. Yeah,
I mean, shout out Mick Foley. He's been very vocal about his disapproval of Trump. And I mean, not saying Trump has not done bad things before this little tweet, but it's been definitely building. And Mick Foley, legendarily frugal with his money and has also made a lot of money. So I would assume he doesn't need a WWE Legends contract like maybe some of these other people might have to. So luckily he has the freedom to be able to step away and make the statement. And, I think we've kind of hinted at it a little bit, in years past with WWE and their affiliation with Trump, and wrestling fans maybe from the outside people think like we're these dumb rednecks who are Republicans, but wrestling fans are pretty liberal, and WWE continuing to kind of flaunt their affiliation with him isn't good. So we'll see if that continues to affect them. But shout out Mick Foley. I mean, legend in the game, and he doesn't stand for that crap. So shout out him.
Indeed, he does not. Shout out to Mrs. Foley's baby boy. Yeah.
And shout out Noel, respectfully.
Who?
Shout out Noel, respectfully.
Oh, yes, Noel Foley, respectfully, of course.
Yeah.
WWE OVO collection is dropped. How do we feel?
I mean, they did this with Travis Scott earlier this year. I copped my CM Punk one. They dropped a new OVO collection. It looks cool. It's what you'd expect from a streetwear type, where it's like a lot of throwbacks and kind of the oversized graphics. I took a look at it. The only one that I kind of like that I'd be like, oh, I could see myself buying would be the Rock one, because it has the kind of spray paint Brahma Bull logo. But a lot of it's what you would expect is just WWE logos with OVO over it and stuff like that.
Nothing for the Six's own Trish Stratus, who just celebrated her 50th birthday, by the way. Happy birthday, Trish. She looks phenomenal. Happy birthday, Stone Cold.
Happy birthday to the legends of the Attitude
Yes.
Era. Oh, forever we'll always say 2001 Trish Stratus is the GOAT, respectfully, of course.
Present day Trish Stratus might be the GOAT, respectfully, of course.
Also, shout out if we're gonna go down this route. Apparently, Nikki Bella may or may not be dating 22-year-old Cooper DeJean, the
Yeah, that's
cornerback of the Philadelphia Eagles.
that's the rumor.
That's what the internet tells me. Even though Nikki Bella and the Bella twins are major Eagles fans.
Yes, yes, yeah. I mean, like, come on now, Lincoln Financial. Great things happen in that venue. Great things.
So
Yes.
we'll see.
Brandon, you're gonna have to go to Lincoln Financial one of these days.
Well, after what just happened at Lincoln Financial last week with the Raiders losing 31-0, I don't want to go anywhere near that place right now.
I'm gonna be real with you, man. I don't know why you guys keep holding on.
I mean, I gave up weeks ago, and
It sounds like y'all should have gave up years ago.
well,
I would have been. I get the loyalty, respect, and all that. The hustle for your team. The loyalty to them, all the respect. See what I did there? But I mean, brother,
it'll happen one of these days.
you're better off. You're better off rooting for the Tennessee Titans.
If I can quote a movie no one ever knows, starring Tony Danza, the garbage picking something field goal
Tony
kicking,
Danza?
whatever. One Super Bowl before I die. That's all I want. One Super Bowl before I die.
Didn't they have one?
They went to one when I was alive, but
Oh, they didn't win. Oh, that's what you're saying.
yeah, because it's a whole thing. They went to.
Bro, I thought you would have been just. The Niners have been there multiple times.
I mean, I've never seen a 49er or a Raider win in my entire life, and I'm 31.
Yeah, well, I mean, the Niners, they went, in 2020, right? Then they went most recently a couple years ago. Then they went in 2013. Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah, Beyonce shut the lights out.
You see my knowledge here? Do you see this?
Look at Phyllis Ball knowledge.
Come on, now, y'all thought this was a game? I mean, but yeah, brother. I mean, it's okay.
One of these
all right.
days.
It's all right. Cody Rhodes attacks Drew McIntyre at his home.
Yeah, this was a digital exclusive, which I don't know why they would run an angle. I mean, I would assume they're going to probably show this on SmackDown this today, which is a pre-recorded one, so we'll probably see it on the TV proper. But they first released it on the internet, which in this day and age, allegedly everybody's on the internet, but I don't think everybody is on the internet. But it's Cody.
I see these conversations. People are on the internet.
Well, if you look at the whatever 3 to 4 million people that consume WWE television at any given time, I would say maybe 5 to 10% of that are people who are actively online.
Let's see. Bleacher Report rated John Cena's retirement tour an F. What do we think?
I mean, it's depending on what you expect or what did you want out of the Cena retirement. Because, I mean, matches weren't great. I think the only really good match was like the AJ one and the Cody one at SummerSlam.
The Logan Paul one, the Sami Zayn one.
Well, the Sami Zayn one, he wrestled for 20 minutes just for nothing to happen.
But still, the match was good. The match was good.
Stories, I mean, the heel turn that
Dom and Bot. I think we can look at the positives here. Let's look at the positives here. The heel turn itself, shock and awe. We will never forget it. Now, if we look at the moments during the heel run, the CM Punk of it all, the Punk life, I popped for that. Cena arguing with Nick Aldis backstage was absolutely hilarious. What else happened? What else happened during that heel run? Yeah, and then if you really want to get into the whole psychological babble that Cena was going on with the being abused for 20 something years, you could go into that. But I think if we're looking at what else happened with that heel run, and I know people really have a problem with the way he turned babyface, but then if you listen to these interviews that he was doing leading up to the retirement match, normally things like that take 6 months to a year to really settle in, and we don't have that much time. I'm doing 36 dates and like we have to tell this heel story within like 22 of them. So when you look at all the pieces and everything, then you can kind of like have some leeway with it. Um, I know people had a problem with the way he turned babyface, but I mean, people were kind of already ready to cheer him again. Like only Big Match John can turn babyface in one promo. Then just the rest of the run, like the Sami Zayn match was popping, the Cody match was popping, the AJ match was popping, the Logan match was popping. Um, the little tail end story with Dominic and the Judgment Day that was fine. And I know people were like, oh, with Brock and all this and that, but you have to realize Cena was used for Brock to be a monster going into 2026. You know, Gunther beat John Cena so that Gunther can go on to be a massive supervillain, and we'll talk about Monday Night Raw and what happened there. So, if you look at all these things and like the reasonings for them, I'll give it a C. I'll give it a C.
I mean, I probably would give it maybe like a C minus. I mean, I thought it was like once again, I keep saying like I'm not like the biggest John Cena fan, so I'm not going to be like so sad and so emotionally attached to this run. But the TV there was high points and there was definitely low points, and I think at more often than not there were low points, but people got their moments to cheer and to idolize John Cena. I think they kind of it was definitely a rocky spring to summer because I was not a fan of the heel turn. I thought the heel turn was not working at all. But once they turned face and they kind of like realized that wasn't working, I do think they kind of landed the plane, which is kind of all you can ask for.
The plane was always gonna land, guys. I keep telling you all that. Let's get into inside the ring. Last call for ODB. No, ODB, the TNA legend, is going to be wrapping up her career next year. She's going to be doing a retirement tour on the Indies in 2026. So ODB may be coming to your town next year. Go meet her, say hello, say thank you and goodbye. Thea Hale wins the North American title on some chiffoonery. She defeats Blake Monroe to become the North American champion. Has she ever held this title before?
Nope, first championship ever for
Yes,
Thea
yes,
Hale.
yes.
And at 22, she's finally like we get like young people in NXT actually holding championships.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is kind of like the point of a developmental brand.
What do you mean? Are there not young people holding titles over there?
Well, I mean, if you look at like Ricky Saints and
he's a top star. Of course, he's going to be a champion.
Well, is he a top star? Because he could have had that match with Cody Rhodes on Peacock, but they switched.
Yeah, save that for down the line. We're not just going to give it away.
Ethan Page, no spring chicken.
Another charismatic as all hell. Another guy that deserves to be in that position.
But yeah, she pinned Blake Monroe when she wasn't. Well, she pinned her when Blake was supposed to kick out, but apparently on the
she did kick out. I saw the arm go up.
Yeah, so we got a situation where it was someone won when they weren't supposed to, which we haven't really seen. I mean, we saw Kevin Owens beat AJ Styles that one time for the U.S. title. There's been other times where
that was on a house show.
What? No, wasn't it on it was on a pay-per-view, wasn't it?
No, AJ beat him for the title on a house show. Sorry.
So
then there was that time Caitlyn accidentally won that battle royal. These things do happen.
Things happen, but the problem with this is, we're a week away from Christmas. This was kind of a taping. There was things taped for the upcoming shows, so they don't have to do it during Christmas. And Blake Monroe was supposed to win, so they taped things with Blake Monroe as champion, and now they had to scramble. And going back to that thing we talked about Bayley all those weeks ago, people left the show before the show was over, and so now they have to scramble and they have to call people back. And now they're probably like taping. They were probably taping things yesterday, the day before, to sew everything together.
I would have just said, wait. I would have brought out another referee. She did get her arm up while you counted 3, and then I would have restarted the match, had Blake win, and then move on.
Well, Thea Hale, she's a charismatic wrestler. People like her. She's a likable person. Obviously, Blake Monroe might be the bigger star down the road, but I've been seeing a lot of those edits of that final promo with Tony Storm, kind of burying, not Blake Monroe. what the hell, Mariah May at the time, saying her career is not gonna amount to nothing after this, and so people are having a good time with that because, you know, I'm not saying I would say Blake Monroe's had a maybe better run than Ricky Saints has in NXT, and neither one of them are perfect, but I think Blake Monroe is maybe on a better trajectory than Ricky right now.
But look, you guys calm down. Don't worry. The glamour will be fine. The glamour will be fine.
I think she'll, like I said, I think she will be fine. But
Yeah.
if the year of Blake Monroe in WWE or in NXT, similar to Ricky Saints, hasn't exactly like lit the world on fire and like changed. And you know, Jordan Grace is someone who I thought they do more with, and they had that little run with her and Blake. And Jordan still hasn't done much, which I think is interesting. When she's not much more than what she could be, but you know, it is what it is. But we'll see how they scramble and get the title back on Blake, which I would assume is what they're going to try to do.
Absolutely. Wrestle Kingdom 20 card has been revealed.
Yep, sell out in the Tokyo Dome. This is going to be the largest Tokyo Dome show for New Japan since the Antonio Inoki retirement match. And John Cena and Hiroshi Tanahashi. I think there's a lot of similarities, a lot of parallels with those people, with those two guys, and they're hanging them up somewhat in the same at the same time frame. And Okada will wrestle Tanahashi in the main event, which, the card, a lot of people already knew what the matches were going to be, but there was a question on what the final match with the main event will be. And it is going to be Hiroshi Tanahashi taking on Okada in the retirement match with Takeshita and Yota Tsuji in the winner-take-all double champ match, being the semi-main. So, Tanahashi, I know maybe a lot of people, much more people are focusing on John Cena, but Tanahashi is retiring as well, and this one will be an interesting and a political choice as well, because it's not a New Japan guy wrestling Tanahashi in his final match. It is a WWE or an AEW guy wrestling Tanahashi. So will Tanahashi win? Will Tanahashi lose? We'll have to wait and see.
You do the time-honored tradition, guys. But, dude, did you hear Ric Flair say the reason why Sting won was because there was nobody worth putting over in AEW?
Well, I mean, Ric Flair's just on an absolute heater right now, just saying things.
Hey, Slick Rick be talking. Woo! No.
But I mean, Darby Allin was also in that match, and so he did win. So it's not like somebody else didn't get over in that match. But T's and P's of Darby Allin hopefully gets better because
Who was the retirement match against?
it was against the Young Bucks.
And they were heels at the time. They could have. They could have. They could have. Yeah. You think if it was a different team, they would have won?
I mean, FTR is kind of the team that you would expect if you were going to, choose a top heel tag team.
Yeah.
But I think the Young Bucks are a little more Teflon and can kind of bounce back and eat losses more than FTR can.
Let's see. All right. Raw. Gunther's promo said John Cena tapped out like a little bitch. Nuclear heats. This reminded me. I mean, it wasn't as loud, but it reminded me of the night after WrestleMania 33 when Roman Reigns is standing in the middle of the ring and the crowd is just booing him for 10 minutes. No, Gunther says that. And he stands on the top rope, gets booed, leaves, comes back, gets booed again in the ring, and then he leaves and then comes back on the announce table and just gets booed, serenaded with boos.
Yeah, they definitely were trying to go down that route. It is interesting that clearly they're going for like the meta heat of what was going on from Saturday night's main event. I kind of wish there was a little bit more pushback, at least like on Wade Barrett's side of just being like, why is everyone mad? He won. He's supposed to win. He's not just going to let John Cena beat him in his last match. But, the segment itself I thought was great because I thought Gunther came across such a slimy D-bag and just was so full of himself. And I thought that was great. And it's going to be fun to see what they can do with Gunther going forward. The aftermath was a little bit of coincidence and just kind of contrivedness that we get from these WWE things. Like, why was AJ Styles happened to be waiting in the parking lot, no jacket, in the freezing cold, when Gunther was literally tossed out of the arena like 30 seconds beforehand. So how did he know Gunther was going to be out of the arena and go into his car at that exact point?
Because he got tossed out of the building. Like, hey, you got to get out of here.
Yeah, and then and then
AJ
15
probably
seconds
saw
later, he was right there.
AJ probably saw where he parked his car. He was probably just waiting. He was probably just in the parking lot. Probably just watching the show.
He's
On
going
his
to catch a
phone.
cold. It was like 10 degrees outside, and he didn't have a jacket on.
AJ's a pit bull. He'll be fine, bro. He'll be fine.
But obviously, they're going to do AJ and Gunther, which should be a good match. I mean, I guess they're like giving Gunther the Legend Killer gimmick because AJ is
Hell,
on his way out as well.
the first Raw of the year. Let's do it. Just load
Maybe.
that show.
Yeah, I was going to say they already. I mean, what they have the title match. I mean, clearly they're building towards stuff. I just can't really like remember right now. But
Well, I think
the
the women's
first,
tag is going to happen on that show. The women's tag title match.
yeah, I mean they had the the first Netflix show was kind of anchored by three matches. It was Punk, Seth, Roman, Solo, and
Tribal
then
Combat,
it was
yeah.
Rhea and Liv were kind of like the three main points of that show. So I would assume they're gonna have the same thing with like three key matches.
Speaking of CM Punk cuts a promo. Talked about Braun Breaker and like math isn't the strong suit in your family. If you ever talk about my wife again, I'll kill you basically. And yeah, GTS equals 1, 2, 3. You lose. I'm the best in the world.
I thought this promo was fantastic. I thought this was serious, focused Punk, which is always the best. And I thought this is probably one of the best, if not the best promos Punk has cut in WWE. So I thought it was great. I think they are definitely finding a good lane with both him and Breaker. So very much big thumbs up on this one.
Yes, sir. The Masked Man has been revealed. The Masked Man helps Logan Paul defeat Rey Mysterio. CM Punk comes out there with a chair. He's looking at the Masked Man as the Masked Man retreats up the stairs. It's Austin Theory, as you know, the rumors have been going around. I wish they would have waited until the first Raw of the year to reveal them. Just make it big. Like, even if it is going to be Austin Theory, like, still just, we could have waited a little longer.
But then that would mean that presumably Braun Breaker would beat CM Punk for the championship, and maybe that's not in the cards.
We don't know that. We don't. You can still find a way to keep the title on Punk and have a reveal at the same time. But yeah, then Braun Breaker spears Punk when he turns around. So yeah, Austin Theory. This isn't the first time that Austin Theory has been the masked man. Remember in NXT, he was walking around with the Ghostface mask when he joined the Way.
Unfortunately, not a big of a pop. Not that big of a pop for Austin Theory when he was revealed.
They just swerved us and put somebody else under there just for the hell of it.
But then, if it's a swerve for the sake of a swerve, then you have to try to make that swerve make sense. Which we've seen, bro. Which doesn't help all that much.
LA Knight, but they killed him.
Yeah, kind of weird vibes with LA Knight. I don't know if there's something backstage going on or if there's like some legit injuries.
They say when he held up that sign that we want LA Knight, not Jay, when he held that up on TV, they say that was it.
Yeah, I mean it's a weird situation there with LA Knight. But going back to Austin Theory, the fact it's Austin Theory, I still am holding out hope that he could be something. Like I don't think Austin Theory is a bad person to give this shot to. But it's just the history and baggage that he has. It's going to take a lot to maybe get him to that level. So we're going to have to wait and see. Because, was it 6 years ago when he was in Evolve? He was like one of the top prospects. Like, oh my God.
He was positioned to be the guy. And then 3 years ago with Vince on TV and being Vince's golden boy. And then he beat Cena at Mania 39. And that didn't really do ish for him.
Yeah, I mean, the whole JBL thing, if you could build a sports entertainer from the ground up, Austin Theory, he's a pretty boy. He's a decent enough wrestler.
No.
Talking wise, he's fine.
If you were to build a sports entertainer from the ground up, he look just like Randy Orton.
Exactly.
That's the line.
Yeah, I know.
Randy Orton and Liv Morgan in Riyadh, in Saudi Arabia for Riyadh season, promoting Royal Rumble.
Not at Washington, D.C. for John Cena's last match. Damn shame.
The Usos beat the New Day. Yes, sir. They can still do this. They still cooking with grease, boy.
Yeah, match was fine. Definitely not one of their best ones. Little bit of a slog. I thought, it was fine, but I still think at the end of the day, this is just a means to a Jey Uso heel turn end when they eventually like lose against AJ and Dragon Lee
AJ
or
Lee,
AJ Lee.
the tag champions, AJ Lee. Does Gunther cost AJ Lee the tag titles?
Maybe, but
Does Gunther kill Dragon Lee to piss off AJ? And then we go to AJ and Gunther on the first Raw of the year, and Gunther just absolutely obliterates AJ Styles.
Gunther kills AJ. Dragon Lee has to avenge his tag team partners thing, and a Gunther Dragon Lee match at WrestleMania would be absolutely phenomenal. They're not going to do that, but I'm still going to sit here on my Dragon Lee soapbox and say that guy is so spectacular, so special that they should be doing something with him. But
He was the king of the Indies 3 times.
They're not going to do it, but I still am holding out hope they can.
Yeah, Nikki Bella attacks. She attacks Stephanie Vacque and Raquel Rodriguez during the women's world title match. Nikki Bella got next, bro.
Yep, typical WWE. Give you some okay action for 10 minutes and then not give you a finish, just like that John Cena, Sami Zayn match we were talking all those weeks ago, months ago. At this
that
point,
was for the greater good. We know why that happened. It's okay.
but yeah, so clearly they're setting up some sort of triple threat match between these three lady wrestlers. So maybe that'll be one of the three, a 10
Pop
pole
quiz,
match.
Brandon. Pop quiz.
Uh-oh.
Which year in WWE had the most triple threat matches? Would you like me to narrow it down for you? Would that help?
Sure. Do I get a multiple choice quiz?
Uh,
I was gonna go. I'll go 2000 just because WrestleMania had all those multi-man matches.
it's much more recent than that.
Okay. Then I'll go 2017.
I was gonna give you like a 5-year window.
Last year.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah, it was like 30.
Actually, now that you say that, I kind of remember us talking about that.
Yeah, it was like 31. It was like crazy. It was crazy. Maxine defeats Ivy Nile. All that dungeon training is paying off.
Yeah, I mean they're doing good vignettes with Maxine, but she still has to pay it off in the ring. And she had good spots. Like I'm not going to sit here because like what was that counter into a head scissor was really good. Still some of the stuff might not look crisp, and she's not Dynamite Kid in 86 or whatever, but she is definitely getting better, and we'll see what happens with Maxie down the line. So
Absolutely. All right. Moving on. AEW.
yep, we did have a 3-hour holiday spectacular coming at you with AEW. We got some Continental Classic matches. We had John Moxley narrowly defeat Roderick Strong in about 19 minutes and 30 seconds. He beat not Jalistico. I don't know who he beat. He beat he beat a luchador on so now Mox has 2 wins under his belt. So there you go. Mox isn't completely dead yet, but I would assume he's going to kind of fade at the end. MJF made his illustrious return. They were in England. They're in the UK, so this was a big show.
MJF, how long has MJF been gone?
It's 3 months, 4 months, because he lost to Briscoe at All Out.
He lost in September.
Something like that, and then he cut that promo, said he's going to come back, be more serious, and be the old MJF, and now he's here. Not weird segment, but it was one of those it was initially going to be a contract signing, so all 3 guys were in the ring, and then MJF makes his return, cashes in his Money in the Bank case. I forget what the hell the real thing they call it is.
Oh yeah, then he
so it's going to be a fatal 4-way match.
Fatal 4-way.
So it's going to be all 4 guys. It's going to be Joe, Hangman, Swerve, and MJF.
Don't you mean Swerve Combs?
Sorry, or Shane, as MJF kept calling him.
Shane Puffy Combs. The fact that he made that analogy is crazy work.
He said WWE on AEW television. He said, it's not that bad of a company. So MJF comes out, and it was one of those typical I don't like them segments where, one person just talks forever and then no one else gets to have a rebuttal. It just kind of seems very fake and orchestrated. MJF seemingly is a heel, but the crowd loves him and he's like playing the greatest hits kind of. So I don't know what he's gonna do to maybe lean people to boo him, or if he kind of goes back to being a babyface. But I think this does kind of give this main event a little extra umph because I think with the triple threat, it kind of thought, okay, maybe Swerve and Hangman are going to cancel each other out, and Joe will kind of weasel his way out. But with MJF in the mix, gives him more star power, and allegedly, this was the Joe win was always the plan. This wasn't like a last minute call, and so maybe this was a plan for MJF to then get the title, and then we move on to MJF being the top guy in 26, and he faces the Swerves, the Hangmans, the Ospreys when he comes back, and all that stuff. Other Continental Classic match, Pac defeated Kyle Fletcher, so we have a top three of Pac, Fletcher, and Okada, all with 6 points. So one of those guys is gonna lose. One of those guys is not gonna make it to the semifinals, which is an interesting pick because you think they're pushing Pac, and obviously Fletcher and Okada are one of the top guys in AEW right now. So we'll see on that front. And MJF did return, but it does not look like he'll still have that dynamite, or that whatever dynamite diamond ring, whatever, because they did the battle royal. No MJF. And next week we'll have Bandito taking on Ricochet for the rights of that ring. So should be a fun match next
had
week.
it ever since they started it, right? Like 6 years.
Yep.
What does the ring do? Like what? I still don't know.
It's a thing. It's a way for MJF to win matches. That's about it. That's all I can tell you.
What's the point of it? Like, you don't get a title shot, do you?
Nope.
So then what?
You can go to your local pawn shop, and maybe in 6 to 8 months when you have to defend it again, you pay it. Give them the money back, and then you get the ring back.
I guess, man. I guess. Anything else you want to talk about from this show?
No. Then we had the kind of collision portion, and other stuff happened. There was more. I think there was other Continental Classic matches, but to be honest, I kind of stopped watching because I fell asleep. I'm here to talk Dynamite. I don't talk Collision on this show.
Why not?
But I can get you Collision. I can get you Collision right now.
Give us a collision course.
A Collision course. Yep.
Well,
Well, let's just scroll here for a little bit. Oh yeah. Also, we had a 6-man tag with the Elite beating whatchamacallit, the
wasn't there a title change?
Don Callis family. They beat the whatchamacallit. They beat the Don Callis family. Let's see what else happened on here. Diamond Room, Orange Cassidy, and Mascara Dorada. That's who I was thinking of. That's who Moxley beat. And this was a Continental Classic match. And Orange Cassidy beat him. Then Jamie Hayter and Isla Dawn wrestled. Yes, Isla Dawn is in AEW, I think, full-time now. Jamie Hayter won because Jamie Hayter is going to take on Chris Statlander. FTR took on the Bang Bang Gang. And
who's that?
That's because we have some people hurt. It's Juice Robinson and Austin Gunn. So
that's right. Yeah.
And then FTR won in 15 minutes.
What's up with Jay White?
He hurt. He been hurt. So
that hurts me to know that he's hurt.
I know it's a damn shame. So there's your AEW talk. We are on the road next Saturday. Yeah, it's 28th. World's End. Once again, should be a good show. Build has been, it's going to be built on the Continental Classic finals or semifinals and finals. So we'll see what happens on that front, as I said. Also, political decisions to be made with Okada and Takeshita, both New Japan, in the New Japan main events. And they're going to be wrestling a week before that. So we'll see on that front. There's your AEW people. Bum bum. I think Phillip fell asleep.
I'm right here. What's going on?
We're done.
We're done. That's it.
Yep, we're done. No more AEW.
It's over. All right. Well, I think that's it. There's nothing else to talk about in the world of pro wrestling, bro.
No, I mean, I think people are just still kind of reeling from the John Cena retirement. We're kind of in that low point where we're like right before Christmas and New Year's, so the people are a lot of tape shows like SmackDown's taped. I think Raw is live next week, right? I don't know,
I would
but
assume so, right?
yeah. So
Uh, yeah, I guess so. I guess that is it. All right, thank you guys so much. We'll be back. Let me see. Let's look at the calendar, man. Uh, should we do the casties next week?
we'll see. My people will talk to your people, and no days off, no weeks off. So we'll see what's going on.
Should we do the casties next week? This is the
I would
Or
say.
should we do it on Wednesday? Should we do it on New Year's Eve?
I don't stay tuned, subscribe. Even though if you're listening to this, you probably are subscribed or
Yeah.
should be subscribed.
You'll find out. As always, be safe and stay dangerous. Thank you guys. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas.